There's
thinking.
lots of chatting and a lot of chatting happening in the comments. We love that. We love it when
Oh,
everyone's saying good morning to each other and everyone
isn't that
knows each
fun?
other. I love that. Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay, so
Love
I
that.
want to know if anybody there is drinking coffee out of their Cricut crafting mug, or if they have their other favorite mug.
I am.
Are you really?
I am. It's day 4 and I remembered to get coffee. Yes. This is my last year, 2024.
Yep. Yep. I actually have yeah, I've been switching off all week just like because it makes me feel happy to have them and just because
Just
I'm so excited
flexing.
about the adventure. Well, that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I tend to use a WSE mug because that's where my son goes to school and I miss him. So
Aw.
I know, it's weird. He comes home tomorrow night though, so that'll be awesome.
Oh, yay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very
Okay,
exciting.
so Amy, so I wanted to give us a little bit of space of just like chit chat here because yesterday we got cut off. Like it was real, or not cut off, but it didn't start recording for a minute or so. So I
Hmm.
just thought, all right, let's go ahead and chit chat for a second here. Um, but so it is day 4 of the Cricket Crafting Adventure. What do you think so far?
Oh, I think it's been great. I was just telling, oh, I don't know, should I say that? I was just telling our special guest that I was seeing so many of her projects in our Facebook group, and it's really fun to see everyone choose different colors and, so it's the same design, but they all have their own unique look. I love that because it
I
means
was gonna
people are,
say,
trying things.
I know that you've talked before, and you were actually like trying to do that with your designs. Like, do a
Mhm.
design that would look good that people can choose their own things, and it looks awesome because it's so
Mhm.
fun to see those interpretations like that people
Mhm.
are doing. Like, oh, well,
Yeah.
that's the same design, but there's like 5 or 7 different, examples of it.
Mhm.
So
I
it's
love
pretty
that.
fun.
I've also seen people take my earring designs and make them into keychains. And then
Yeah.
I think Paula made it's like a little suitcase earring and it had
Yep.
stamps on it. She made the stamps photos and she made it a
Yeah.
keychain. I mean, it's really fun
Actually, did
seeing.
she do? Somebody did it, turned it into a little luggage tag or like a little luggage charm
Oh,
or something like that. I thought that was really
maybe
cool
that's what
too.
it was. Maybe it wasn't a keychain, but it was really cool to see. I
Well,
love it when
and
people take my designs and do other things with them, and we're seeing a lot of that in the Facebook group.
so I thought that was something that you like did this time because sometimes you do the earrings and the keychain option, but it was
No, I
but
didn't.
not this time. So
Yep.
people are just being
No.
clever all on their own.
Yes, I love that.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry, I had to move something before it fell down. Did you hear the thunk?
No.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead here. So I'm going to go and show you guys, and Amy and I are going to talk through what you can expect for the day 4 Cricket Adventure. Oh my goodness.
Yay. So many good
So
things.
it is. It's
Do you want
just
me?
like tons of stuff. Yeah, I would love to have you introduce these things.
Sure. So, day 4, we're starting with Betsy Smith, and she is making a really cool resin travel shadow box. Resin is always so fun to use, and it's a really clever and unique way, I think, to use resin in this project. So, I think you're going to love that one. Debbie O'Neill has made some really cool printable magnets for if you travel on a cruise. A lot of people decorate their doors. So you can use her printable magnets to put on your cruise ship door. Those will be fun. Elena Anderson made a really pretty tropical card or photo keepsake. So you can explore some different options for this beautiful project, but it's so tropical and colorful. I love it. And then Julia Groves made a really pretty hot air balloon
Aw.
shadow box. The Cricket Adventure, our little mascot, is the hot air balloon. So we always love hot air balloon projects. And we hope you do too. That one's really pretty. And Kelly Russo made an amazing reverse canvas scratch off map. So this is a really fun project where you get to use a coin and scratch off the different areas that you visited. And it makes a really nice keepsake and a decorative piece. And then Laura Lambert made a faux leather project, which of course I love. She
Oh
made
yeah.
she's gonna be showing you how to make a no sew faux leather luggage tag, and that one's going to be great. And then we have two bonus excursions today. Remember, excursions are those deep dives into Cricut related topics. So Ellie Mae Habits is teaching us about using Silhouette Studio and customizing a travel bag. And let's see, I think she's using vinyl on that one. So that's going to be a great project. If you have Silhouette Studio because you like the advanced features and how you're able to design more in it than in Cricut Design Space, then you'll want to check that one out. And then Naomi Garcia made a really cute travel project for people who travel with children. You know, it's hard to keep them entertained in the car or on the plane. So she is doing an adventure, an excursion into felt. She's going to show you us how to make busy books for traveling with little ones. And it's a really cute little race car theme. And that one's going to be super fun too. Love that.
Yeah. So
And yeah,
Amy,
that's
have
day
you ever used
4.
Silhouette Studio?
I have not, but I've heard very good things about it.
Yeah. That was actually what
I
I
think.
started with was a Silhouette. And then Silhouette Studio is I feel like it's a great program because it's kind of next level from Cricut Design Space as far as what you can do. But then it's
Mhm.
also but it's also created for crafters. That so it's not like Illustrator or Affinity where it can be
Mhm.
all kinds of things. It's actually was created with crafters in mind. So it's kind of like an in between step. I feel between Design Space and some other programs. And I'm
Mhm.
always encouraging people to move along that ladder because it's kind of if you don't freak out about it, it's kind of fun to know that you have all these different tools in your toolbox. But I know not everybody has the
I
time,
love
which
that.
is why I say procreate.
I love that. I used to do a lot of rhinestone templates for
Mhm.
sports, for baseball specifically, and I used CorelDRAW and a specialty plugin for rhinestones, and it was quite an expensive, software setup because I didn't use
Yeah,
CorelDRAW to design. I use Illustrator, so then it was like adding the CorelDRAW piece, adding the specialty software piece, and now I know Silhouette Studio does rhinestones. So if I
it
ever start doing
does.
rhinestones again, I'm going to check out Silhouette Studio instead.
It is like so stupid easy to do rhinestones in it. And it like you can choose the different size of rhinestones. It's so
Mhm.
actually designing it, you can actually see what it's going to look like with the different colors and sizes.
Mhm.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't done that either, but I would like to. That might be a project. Well, not everybody has. I might not be a basic thing. It might be a more advanced like upgrade, but we'll have to see because that would be fun to play with.
Yeah, the rhinestones are really fun. But, we didn't have Silhouette Studio didn't have rhinestones maybe 10 years ago when I was doing a lot of rhinestone stuff for our baseball teams, but they do now. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like 5, 6 years ago. So or maybe less. Yeah. Yeah, they do a lot of things. You can do pop-up cards too. So anyways, Ellie Mae's excursion. So Ellie Mae is fabulous with Silhouette Studio. And so she has not only does she have this travel bag that she's showing us, but then I think it was a travel bag, but then she also for her VIP bonus, I noticed she has a class on using text in Silhouette Studio. So it's like a really fun little intro thing. So I
Oh,
think that's
that's
a great,
great.
yeah.
I always send people to Ellie Mae when they ask about how to cut faux leather with a silhouette because Ellie Mae
Oh,
has a lot of content on her website about how to use, because a lot of cutting faux leather is specific settings and different things you do to prepare your mat and things like that. So I don't know that information for silhouette, but she does. So I send people her way.
yeah. So a lot of people have started with the silhouette, and yeah, and it sounds like it's great. I do like that there's no subscription to it. It's an upgrade
Mm.
fee, but usually you can get it on sale too, like
Hmm.
just to like upgrade. So you can get it pretty inexpensively. So yeah, so I think that it's a fun thing. Again, we have so many different projects today. I would love to hear in the chat how you guys are doing with the projects. If you have one today that you're gonna like do, I know that this is actually one of the best days for trying like all kinds of different things because we have print and cut, we have paper
Hmm.
crafting, we have resin,
Yep.
felt,
Felt.
faux
Hmm.
leather,
Faux
and
leather.
I will say that that reverse canvas scratch off map. Okay, that has been on my like to-do list to figure out for like 4 years. And I saw that Kelly did it, and at first I was just like, okay, she figured it out. That's so awesome. And then I was just like, shoot, I was gonna do that. And then I'm like, yeah, but Kelly did it, and she does things so awesome. So then I was really super excited. So, like there's always that moment like, oh shoot, I was gonna do that, and then you're like, okay, but she did it, and it's gonna be amazing. So I love that she figured that out. I'm totally gonna watch that video. So
Yeah, that's a really cool project. I love that one. I'm excited about that one.
yeah, so there really is just all kinds of tons of different things. Okay, and then the felt. I feel like felt is one of those things that a lot of people don't like. It's another like one of those imaginary hurdles. They're like, how do I cut fabric
Hmm.
with my or with my Cricut? But again, it's have you done that? I feel like you've done it. No?
I I haven't, but it's one of the areas that I'm thinking about going into now that I've sort of taken over the world of faux leather. Felt is something that I have my eye on. Let me know in the chat if you're interested in felt crafting, if that's something that we want to explore together. Because
Uh-huh.
I like those kind of funkier materials. But no, I
So
haven't.
you
So
you you oh, go ahead.
Joyce has made felt flowers. I think it's very similar. I think the projects, would be similar and like the things that I could make would be similar. So
I
anyway,
agree.
just playing around with that idea.
I think you should do it. I think shouldn't she do it? We want to know what Amy's take on it is. I want to see it.
And Nikki says felt seems like it would be messy to me. Yes, but just like with when I cut that chunky glitter faux leather, if I put the sticky transfer tape down on the mat first, and then I stick the glitter faux leather to that, it catches all the mess and all the glitter. So I'm sure you can do the same thing with felt. That's my
Absolutely.
assumption anyway. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'll
there's
have to watch Naomi's video, get some felt tips.
well, and she's doing she's doing a busy book for kids, and as a
Hmm.
young mom, that was one of the things that I really wanted to do, and so I had it all designed out, and I just didn't do it because it was all so much cutting. But since we got the Cricut, oh sorry,
Yeah,
since we have the Cricut, I mean that just makes it so much easier and to produce. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun because homemade busy books are just, I mean, as a mom, I don't know. I just think they're the best. I loved crafting for my kids. Okay, so they
me
think that
too.
the queen of faux leather should conquer felt is what I'm hearing here. I think.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested, and I've started doing some stitching projects because I've seen people in my members in my membership are starting to ask for stitched faux leather projects. So stitching and felt, those are just a natural, fit as
Yeah,
well.
it's almost like textile arts, and that's actually something that I was gonna do. So you guys who are new in or who are in the membership, so that was actually my plan for this month of May is to do some textile art with Procreate and Cricut. So we'll see how that works.
Ooh, fancy!
Yeah, I know. So you can
I
like
like that.
embellish your clothes or something. Well,
That's really cool.
it was really funny yesterday because I noticed that somebody had said, or no, on Tuesday or Wednesday, they had said that you were the queen of faux leather. Abby is the queen of paper flowers, and they said I was the queen of Procreate crafting. So that was pretty funny, and I loved that. But today, I would say that our special guest is the queen of layered paper designs. Um, and
Absolutely.
and I would say that is just because like seriously, the amount of designs that she does is absolutely incredible. And I wanted to put a little crown up on here because if anyone deserves the title, I would say of queen, it would be her. Um, so let's go ahead and bring on Sarah Edwards.
Yay!
Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
Sarah.
so everybody,
Hi.
let's talk about like there's Kelly's like,
We are
yes,
so
queens.
excited.
Well, thank you for the lovely introduction. Yeah, that was, we're definitely all queens of our own individual niches.
Well, it is just really fun to like, be able to kind of deep dive. And if you are kind of the type of person that gets distracted by all the things, having a focus that you decide on really, I feel like helps you kind of well, for me, it just helps me kind of limit myself, in which case then I can kind of expand what I'm doing within those limits. I kind of like to have some limits. So Sarah, so we see tons and tons of paper crafting projects for you. Tell us how you got started with that.
So I've always sort of done card making. It was something I started just when I was little. My mum always used to sit me down for Christmas and things and be like, right, today we're making cards. So I was always sort of into that from a young age. And as I got older and started kind of doing it a bit more, trying to find new things, I was on the internet looking for card making ideas and I came across a forum which doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, but they had iris folding, which is a technique where you fold strips of paper around a pattern
Oh
and then it
yeah.
makes a kind of spiral. And I really enjoyed doing that and then started designing my own patterns. And at that point, they were all just drawn with a pencil on
Yeah.
paper. And I started scanning them in and sharing them in the group. And that was sort of my first introduction to designing and then actually having it made into a card as well. And I really enjoyed that and sort of kept crafting just for fun all throughout sort of school and everything. And then when I went to university, my degree's in web design, so coding websites and also designing them.
Wow.
And we were learning that. We were learning a specific software, and I thought, let's do a blog because then I can put some crafts online and start talking about that. And I'm practicing my web design skills. So it sort of brought it all together. And so, yeah, my very first blog a very long time ago was where I was sort of writing about the cards I was making and things like that. And it was just a hobby. I never thought that one day it would end up being my job. So that's been fun. Um, but back in 2019, my dad bought me a Cricut for Christmas, and that just changed everything. I mean, it took me a while to get it out of the box because I was like, that's a bit
We all
scary. I
have
don't
that
know what I'm going to
story.
do.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I started doing designs for that and sharing them, and they ended up being a lot more popular than what I was doing before. So made the shift over to Cricut, and in the beginning, I was sort of trying a little bit of everything because I didn't know how to use the machine. So I was trying vinyl and card and just all the things, trying to get to used to it. But it was the paper crafts that I enjoyed the most. So that's what I stuck with. And now that's what I do all day, every day, which is amazing fun.
You do so many paper crafts. I am just kind of shocked all the time when I'm at your website and just like the sheer amount of like it's just you have so much like the inspiration and the ideas and everything is so well done. So do you have a favorite thing to design?
So I really like doing the gnomes for the layered
Do
designs. We've
you?
got so many gnomes now. And I will say I do have a team now, so it's not all 100% me. Otherwise, I don't think I would ever sleep. But yeah, the gnomes, we all love the gnomes. So yeah, we've got, I think, about 150 different pairs, like Christmas and
Wow.
Halloween and summer and just
Hmm.
everything. And we keep getting suggestions for more, so I don't think we'll ever run out of ideas for gnomes.
I did see in the chat somebody I said something about making a cricket themed gnome or a crafting themed gnome. No?
We've got some already. Yeah, if you go to craftwithsarah.com and type probably crafting gnome into the search, they should come up.
Oh, that would be so
Yeah,
fun. I'm
they've
gonna
got a
do
little
that as soon as
cricket,
we're done.
and yeah, they got scissors and a little cricket, and then one of them, the female one, she's making her own paper craft gnome in the
Aw.
design. It's like
Oh
a
my gosh,
gnome
Oh,
that's
making a gnome.
so cute.
very meta. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like breaking the fourth wall, right?
Yes.
That's so cool. I love that. So actually, you are also known for your countdown calendars, and I think Amy, did you do the gnome one? I did the gnome one,
Hmm.
and I actually did gnome stickers for it, and they're little beach themed stickers because I also love gnomes. And yeah, it's funny because once somebody knows, we were just talking before this, once somebody knows that you like gnomes, That's like everybody's like, yes, gnomes, and you get a lot of gnomes for gifts.
Yeah. Yeah, my house is gnomes everywhere and in the garden as well. There's just gnomes in every room.
Well, I would say is that a British thing, but it went over huge here over as well. So so you are in the UK. Is there? Let's see. I actually like planned this today, and actually have like a question, like, and not just gonna squirrel. I'm focused, so focused. So, can you tell us a little bit about what the difference is between crafting in the UK and then crafting here? Is there a difference or no?
Um, I'm not sure there's much of a difference in terms of the actual crafting, but I think we definitely have less craft stores than you do.
Oh
There's only
no!
one main sort of big shop which we've got, which is called Hobbycraft, which is just all entirely craft focused. But there's a couple of other shops that sort of do a bit of everything, and they've got craft departments, but we don't have a lot to choose from to actually go out and choose things for real. So I tend to get most of my stuff online. And also, our paper size is different, so that can be a little bit
Oh right.
challenging with things like greetings cards. So we use A4 card instead of the US letter, which is why I do a lot of 5 by 7 inch greetings cards rather than the you call it A2, which is funny because our A2 is huge, like poster sized. So that
Oh,
really
that is
confused
funny.
me in the beginning when I kept seeing, social media posts and things like, oh, I've made this A2 card. I was thinking, how big is it? It took me a while to realize that was small.
Isn't it funny? There's like these little differences, and you just don't know that they exist until like something happens, and then you're just like, oh, this makes so much more sense now. So yeah, that is. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, our
Uh,
small cards, which is a quarter of our A4, it's A6, so we've got a bigger number.
Oh, that
so
that
I see
does
a
get confusing. Yeah.
It
I see
does.
a lot of your layered SVG designs. Do you do a lot of cards too? Have I just not seen those?
We've got quite a few cards, mostly in the shop, that we've got those. But yeah, we try to do cards for all the different occasions. And our next craft countdown is a card making countdown, which will be in
Ooh,
June. So 14 days of new cards, which is fun. We're doing all the videos for them at the moment. So this week I've just been recording videos. So that's always a bit of a long week because it takes a lot longer than you always think it's going to. But
Mm-hmm.
they're looking really fun, and we've got lots of fun folds and things that pop out. So yeah, that'll be fun.
oh, that does sound fun. Amy, have you ever done cards with like faux leather? That just seems weird, but maybe you did.
I haven't, but I'm going to do my first ever card because Lucy asked me to. I'm going
Oh,
to be in Lucy's Halloween Spooktacular this year, and Lucy gave me the idea years ago to make a card that holds earrings, like to give earrings as a gift inside the card. So I'm going to figure out how to make one of those for Lucy.
I
And
kind of remember that now. Yeah, that was a long
yeah,
time ago.
yeah. And then I'm also going to make a card for Elena's card event. So I'm making two cards this year. I'm very excited.
I think I don't really think about cards, but cards are something that I think people do like because it's paper, which is
Hmm.
a lot of people have paper. They can use scraps, and then also just it's so easy to give. Some of these gifts that we do, we're like here, and it's like wall art or it's something, and they're just like yeah, and so cards are very giftable.
I agree.
So, Sarah, you mentioned before that you started with cards and you were doing the iris folding. Are there any other crafts like that you like to do right now, or are you crafted out with your business?
I am a bit crafted out. My friend, who also enjoys crafting, she always laughs at me because she's like, "You've got this huge office full of every craft supply you could think of, and you don't use it unless you're
Yeah.
working." Um, but recently, I did try something that was new for me, which was DTF printing. So
Ooh.
we went to see the Rocky Horror Show, and it's a musical. If you're not familiar, everyone dresses up in the audience, And I was going with people that hadn't been before, so we needed some costumes. So we all bought like a black dress or a black t-shirt, and I had these kind of pop art style illustrations of the characters from the show. So I made a gang sheet and sent off to get it printed to the iron on DTF, and I made us all outfits, which was kind of stressful because I'm not a fan of iron on things. I always get a little bit scared of the heat tools, but it worked
Yeah.
really nicely and we all matched. So, and
Oh,
much
that's
easier
so
than
fun.
vinyl. No weeding, no weeding.
Right. Oh, that's so fun. I love
Oh,
that.
I think that sounds like a ton of fun. Yeah, weeding is kind
Mhm.
of the bane of my existence. So if I can do HTV, that's always a cool thing. But yeah, I haven't tried. Amy tried the DTF. I feel like that's
Mhm.
a newer cool thing.
I love DTF. It's very cool.
I'm kind of intimidated by the whole ordering it thing. So, and
It's
honestly, the
super
fact that they
easy.
call it gang sheets completely like amuses me. I don't know why.
It's very, very easy. You'll like it when you try it.
You're gonna make me do it? Say, Jen, do it.
Yeah, I mean it's perfect for Procreate drawings because you can get all the colors, the multicolor designs without layering vinyl, and it's so easy to apply. So it's perfect for Procreate in
Well,
my
and I think
opinion.
it's, for people that do sublimation, there really isn't like a
Mhm.
great place to go ahead and send your sublimation designs or your designs to get sublimation prints. So, the fact that they make it so easy to order the DTF, I think is pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
I think I
That's
need to
very
try
cool.
that. Sarah, I think now that you mentioned it, I think I did see some sublimation projects on come across your website, or have you tried that?
I tried it. I got a sublimation printer and I tried a couple of things with it, but it's one of those that I'd really like to do more with it because I think there's a lot that you could do with the existing SVGs to sort of flatten them in Design Space or take them into Canva or something and turn them into a sublimation design. And that would be a whole new range of projects, which would be really fun. But it's trying to find the time.
I know. And like you said, when the crafting has become your business, then that's a very specific, like, this is what I do for this, and it's kind of hard to say, well, now I'm going to take my free time. And I know a lot of people that are craft bloggers or that actually video game in their free time, just because it's like a way of shutting your brain off and doing something else. And so watch Netflix or something like that. So it's
Yeah,
the different.
I bought a sublimation jigsaw puzzle blank for my friend who loves doing puzzles, and she also really likes gnomes. And she keeps going, "When am I getting my puzzle?" So
Uh,
I need to get on and do that.
well, so that's like I mean, when people like, make us do things, that's always like a good impetus for me. So Amy makes me do things a lot.
I try. I like to assign you tasks. I don't want to be assigned any tasks, but I like to assign you tasks.
Yeah. And I mean, I think most of the time I actually do it, but I'm not sure. Sometimes it takes a while. And so
That's all right.
let's see. Yeah. So I think I have like one more really like question for you, Sarah. So we are the Cricket, we're the Crafts and Coffee chat. So you being in the UK, are you coffee or tea?
Well, because I am English, it's going to have to be tea. That's what we drink. I love my cups of tea. I drink probably too much tea, just with a little bit of milk, no sugar, and it's perfect.
Now, do you have a certain type of tea that, sorry, I didn't ask, I didn't plan to ask you this, but so do you have a certain type of tea? Like, is it always English breakfast tea? Or is that completely just US like assumption?
So yeah, I drink English breakfast tea. The brand I drink is Tetley. No other tea's quite right. It's got to be that one. Um, Definitely can taste the difference.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna try that now.
We have
Tetley,
that brand here.
do
Yeah, we
we?
have that brand here. Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
cool. Amazing.
Yeah.
How do you
Mhm.
spell it?
Tea.
Tetley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see if I can find it because now I want to know what like real British tea sound tastes like and if it's any different than the other teas that I've had. And so,
You'll have to
and
get
then,
some biscuits to dunk in it as well.
and do you put cream and sugar in it or no?
Just milk and no sugar is how I have it.
All right. So milk is proper British tea. Tetley, and then we have to have biscuits. Now, are biscuits cookies?
Sort of, yeah. A bit plainer than cookies, or at least the cookies we have here are more like sort of thicker and might have chocolate chips or something, whereas proper tea biscuits are quite plain, like a digestive or a rich tea or something along those lines. I don't know if you have those biscuits.
I've seen them, and I was confused because they looked like thick shortbread crackers, I think, is what they look like to me, but I wasn't sure. So,
That's kind of probably quite a good description, yeah. But
yeah.
you'll have to experiment because some biscuits you can dunk them for ages and take them out and it's fine. And some, as soon as they touch the tea, they start disintegrating. And then you've got to learn how long each biscuit can take before it starts breaking off. It's a whole new pastime for you.
So do you guys actually have afternoon tea every day? Or is that just like a yesteryear thing?
That would be amazing if we had afternoon tea every day. But we definitely have lots of tea. When I'm at work and with my team, we have very set times of the day where someone will look at the clock and go, time for tea, and we'll go up and we'll
Aw.
make a round of tea. But yeah, generally, like, whenever you go to someone's house, it's like, oh, do you want a tea and a biscuit? And that does happen a lot. We like our
Aw.
tea.
Well, it's just so funny because I feel like a lot of our assumptions about England nowadays are based off the British baking show. And because everybody loves that, or Downton Abbey, or yeah, I forget what the other. Oh, the Bridgerton. Yep. So
Yeah,
I know, are those shows popular there too?
they are really popular here too. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, I would like to get over to see that, but Sarah, are you ever going to pop over to the U.S.?
I would love to. My friend and I are actually saving quite slowly. So I think it's going to be a couple of years, but we're planning a Florida trip. We'd like to do Disney and all the parks and just travel around as well. That would be really fun.
Oh, that will be fun. Very fun. Try not to come in the summer because it's very, very hot and it's very crowded. So if you can come off season, that would be best.
What? So off season for Florida is, well, isn't that the
Is
summer?
It's anytime kids are in school would be off season. Yes. The summer
Okay.
is it's incredibly hot and it's incredibly busy. And it's just not as much fun,
Mm.
especially for your first time. But
So I
yeah,
do, I've been
January,
wanting to, oh, January?
well, like January, February, really anytime the kids are in school is best, in my opinion.
So I've been to Disney World, but I would love to take my son to Harry Potter World.
Mm.
And actually, I was just going to show you guys. So this is Sarah's special Cricut Adventure offer. So I don't know how many people have seen this, and how many of you guys look at this and think Hedwig. So
I have never
Sarah
seen
is.
Harry Potter, so I cannot
I was going to say,
comment.
is Harry Potter as big in England as it was here? Do you think?
Harry Potter is very big here, yeah. And the owl, it wasn't designed to be Harry Potter, but when we put it out, like the first things we got was, oh, it's Harry Potter. And we thought, yeah, actually, it does work really well for that. And I've seen some photos where crafters have cut out the little envelopes and put it in the beak of the owl to make it look like it's delivering a Hogwarts letter, which is really, really nice.
Oh, that
But
is
yeah,
so
Harry
cute.
Potter's huge. We've got a big Harry Potter world
Oh, you
near
do?
London where you can go round and it's got all the props and costumes and big displays. And I haven't been yet, but it's on my list. But I want to go at Christmas when they make it all snowy and Christmassy and pretty.
Oh, I bet that's gorgeous. Oh, so yeah, everybody in the chat is saying that they absolutely love it, and a lot of people thought that the owl was Hedwig, or at least they thought of that when they saw it. But I just want to say too, these little 3D lanterns that you did are incredible. It's so fun to see that in our event this time. So,
Thank you.
have
Yeah,
you been
they're
making
really
the
fun.
lanterns for long, or?
I think we did the first one maybe about a year ago, which was cats and dogs. And then the owl lantern came after that. And now we've got all sorts. Got gnome lanterns and animals and yeah, all kinds. They're really fun to make. And what's really nice is they slot together without glue. So if you did a
Oh,
seasonal one, like for Christmas, you can have it on display and then just slot it apart and store it flat for next year, which makes them really easy to put away and then bring back out, which is nice.
oh,
Oh,
that is
that's
so
wonderful.
cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's very
anything that
clever.
saves space. And plus, paper
Hmm.
products can bend, or paper projects can bend so easy. So,
Mm.
having them, be able to store them flat, that's a great idea.
Hmm.
So,
I
all right.
love
Well,
that.
I promised that my last question was going to be the coffee and tea, and then I asked for more. So I appreciate your willingness to hang out a little bit longer and chat with us. So,
That's okay. It's been really nice to be here. And I've loved seeing all the projects from the event as well.
so Sarah, so if people wanted to get so I put it in the chat, but if they want to get your owl, so there's actually a link in the description. Um, and then there was a link with your workshop as well. So yeah, actually, lots of people have done your lantern. Is it you like seeing the? It's just fun, I think, to see everything in the chat or in the Facebook group. And there have been so many lanterns.
I love seeing it. I love seeing when there's a photo that someone's made with something that we designed. It's really nice. And that's sort of, that's what you do it for, isn't it? To see other people enjoying it and making it. And I love it, if some changes have been made and it's a little bit more original and it's always amazing. And sometimes seeing things that crafters have done with our designs gives us ideas for something new. So it's amazing
Hmm.
just seeing all the creativity in the Facebook group and everywhere else.
Oh, that totally happens to me all the time. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. So
Hmm.
it's really, you're
Me
right.
too.
It's just so fun to see. Well, I will let you. Thank you again. Yeah, thank you so much, Sarah, for being here. I know that there's a time difference, and we appreciate that you took the time. Everybody was just loving the chance to get to know you just a little bit more. So thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you,
having me.
Sarah. Thank you so
Amazing.
much.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye
Cheers.
bye.
That's so awesome. All right, so let's see here. Oops, that was just me now. Huh.
So, Jen, while you're getting that sorted out, I wanted to tell
Yes.
you that Barely Art Glue is in the chat, and they
Oh.
were a little bit sad. They left a comment when Sarah said that the lantern slot together without glue. So that's kind of a
Ow.
funny comment.
Well, so we didn't ask her, but I'm assuming she has some favorite glues. Um, I know that, and we didn't ask it yesterday either with Lucy, but Lucy loves glues. And
Hmm.
honest, you've seen my adhesive. I actually had to like expand into two
Are you
adhesive
gonna make
bins.
me laugh again today with the adhesive
No,
bins? Oh no, you
no,
guys.
no. Okay,
I'm
so here,
not gonna dissolve into hysterics today.
this is my
Oh
adhesives bin.
no.
A,
Oh no.
A. But then I had to expand into
Wow.
oops, it's gone. An adhesives tape spin. Oh, I lost me. So
Well,
this
and
is my,
tapes
this
are
is no,
adhesives.
well, yeah, but I was trying to like, it was starting to get like a little bit like, well, okay, honestly, I just ran out of room. So I had to think of a
Mhm.
way to like separate them. So,
Mhm.
but Amy, you actually, so you laughed, but it was a great idea to have an adhesives bin. And didn't you
I
actually
do.
make one for your dream box?
I do. I have two adhesive bins back there in my in my dream box. I
And do you
do.
have
I
barely
have
art
two.
glue in them?
Absolutely. I love Barely Art Glue.
I
I
actually
use
got
it.
to
It actually
meet,
works really nicely for faux leather.
yeah,
So
does
yeah.
it?
Hmm.
I actually got to meet them over when we went to the Pitters conference down in Texas, and I totally tried to like not fangirl, and I'm like, I use your glue, and yeah, I'm sure it was like me and like 50 other people that said that. So, but it is a
That's
great
funny.
glue. Yeah, no,
It is a great
it
glue.
was. I actually got a little embarrassed because I was just like so effusive, and I'm sure they like had seen how many other people doing that, but I was just like, I'm an introvert in like person and stuff, so it was just kind of like, okay, I said too much. And then I think I just like ran away.
Oh, everyone loves you. We were
uh,
remember yesterday we were talking about the Pinners conference in Texas? I just got an email this morning that tickets are going to go on sale on May 6th. So we'll have
All right.
to. I just wanted to let all of our friends know that are interested in the
All
pinners. I wonder if Roseanne's going to come back. Roseanne, are you going to come back and hang out with us
right.
in Texas? I hope she
I
will.
hope she does. That was so much fun. Yeah, so actually, I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she's like, I want to go to a Pinners conference. She said, but that's a you thing with your friends. So I'm going to go to a different Pinners conference. And so
Oh,
I was trying to help her kind of find some different ones. I mean, I told her, of course, she could come to this one too. But she was just like, well, that's a you thing with your friends, and you enjoy it, and you're going to have all the people that you know, and it's going to be great. And I'm like, you are so sweet, Mom. So I think it'll be fun.
oh, that's nice. Olivia insists on coming, but I don't think she'll be able to because the
Because of
high school
school.
cheer team. She's going to have cheer, but yeah, because of school and cheer. But
Well,
she
there
really
is
wants to go.
several. There's a lot of them actually. I think there's like
Hmm.
6 of them now. So I think they actually probably had more
Yeah, there's a
before,
lot.
but yeah, so like all over the
Hmm.
place. Um,
Hmm.
so
Do
Amy,
we?
it's oh,
Go ahead.
I was
I
just
was
gonna
going to say,
mention the
do we want to?
giveaways.
Oh, that's what I was going to mention.
We're so cool. We're
Yes.
like vibing.
Yes.
Amy and I
Yes.
vibe.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead here, and I'm just gonna pull up my giveaway thing. I had it already. Okay. Oops, I had actually day 4 up. So let's see here. All right. Let's go ahead and draw some winners.
Nikki, the Georgia one is the closest one to me also. And Sherry, I know there's one in Kansas, but I think that one is in January. I can't remember, but the timing of the January one doesn't work for us.
Yes. Okay, I have the winners. Ready? Drum roll, everybody in the
Yay.
chat. Woohoo! All right, we've got
Yes.
Lynn K from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's not too far from me. Karen Barna. I actually know Karen from
I
Las
know Karen.
Vegas. Do you? All right, from
Yeah.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, I said her last name. Shoot. Okay, Jennifer D. Well, it doesn't actually matter. From Shelbyville, Indiana. I think that's Indiana. Let's see. Oh, yep. Okay, so those are our winners. We actually have a page on the Cricut Adventure site that's like listing people too as we draw them. So let's see. So yeah, so both of us remember today. I think that's like the first time ever
I know. Look at
as far as the
us. We're
giveaways
killing
go.
it. We're
I think
killing it.
last Cricut Adventure, like it was like an everyday thing that we'd forget. So I ended up
Hmm.
start putting in the description that we do it like we'd read them live if we remembered. Otherwise, just check back. so,
I love
so
that.
look, we're
That's
winning.
fun.
We're
Yes,
already
we
winning.
are.
Well, I guess I wanted to say, you guys, in the over in the Facebook group, we're seeing so many projects, and it's been so fun. And we would love to have you guys keep posting your photos. I know that some of you guys are still working on day 1, and we're day 4, but you guys don't have to worry about missing out because we actually have a couple options for that. What do we have, Amy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading a comment from Nikki. Would you say that
Oh,
again, please?
well, I was just saying that if they miss the day of their crafting, is there something that we can help them with there?
Yes, we have our day passes, our event day passes, where you can just purchase instead of the whole VIP pass, you can purchase just one event day. And we have information about the day passes in the morning emails. So if you are a free ticket holder, check your morning email and you'll find the link for the day passes. And they're just $15, which we wanted to, make it easy and kind of a small purchase to be able to get a day that you missed and you really loved.
So what if they want to get like one of the cool VIP bonuses though that we've shown? Like if they wanted to get, say, Gina's cute little backpack gift card or Ellie Mae's cool silhouette studio class or anything like that. How do they do
Well,
that?
those are all in the VIP pass where we have all kinds of cool things like instant access, instant ongoing access to all 5 days of the event. And we have all kinds of bonuses from our speakers and our sponsors I think it's almost $3,000 of bonuses
It
inside of the
is.
VIP pass. Yeah, so it's a
Yep.
really
Yeah,
cool
they're
thing
always
to pick up
so
if you can.
generous. Like I'm
Yeah.
always kind of shocked by the number because I'm like, no way. That is like
Mhm.
huge. And yeah,
Mhm.
so and oftentimes just one of those bonuses is worth the cost of the pass. So that's
That's
always kind
right.
of a thing. You're like
That's right. It makes it
you're
kind
like
of a
making money.
yes.
All
Susan has
right.
put in the chat for us the link to the day passes and also the link to the VIP pass for anyone that's interested in that.
Susan's so good at like, yeah, she's so good at that. Um, we love having her in the chat, and we love all of you in the chat. So, Amy, we've got one more coffee chat. So
Mhm.
that's tomorrow.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
have. You want to tell them who we have, or are we going to keep that secret?
Our guest tomorrow is already in the chat. We love her. She's a regular. She always makes us laugh, and she has colorful rainbow hair. So let us
And a
know
killer
in the
accent.
chat. Yes. Let us know in the chat if you can guess who our special guest is for tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, we absolutely love her, and actually, so do you guys. So I am super, super excited. And I just saw her comment. Okay, so we're super, super excited to have her. We hope that all of you guys are going to be back here tomorrow. It'll be the weekend, which means a full day of crafting for everyone, right? You have nothing else going on this weekend. You set it aside just to do Cricut
Yes.
Crafting Adventure crafts. I'm sure of it.
Yay.
Yep.
Kelly. Awesome.
So what Yep. One of the things that I'm going to do today is you guys back on day one had said, are you going to do faux leather this time? And I kind of took that to heart, and I feel a little like as I'm sitting here telling all of you guys to do something new and something cool, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm sitting here not doing that. So I think I'm try to make some time today to go ahead and do that. And you guys can ask me tomorrow and keep me accountable if I did it or not. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Fantastic.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. And yeah, that's it for me. What about you, Amy?
Yep, that sounds good.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.